Panic among fans as Hallmark star Erin Krakow rushed to hospital in critical condition, co-star Ben Rosenbaum reportedly in tears. Hallmark fans are reeling after shocking news broke that When Calls the Heart star Erin Krakow has been hospitalized in critical condition, sending waves of concern through the entertainment world and her devoted fan base. Sources close to the beloved actress confirm that the emergency unfolded suddenly, leaving co-star and close friend Ben Rosenbaum in what witnesses describe as an emotional meltdown. The two, who share an undeniable chemistry both on and off screen, have long been fan favorites on the Hallmark Channel, with their friendship often sparking speculation of a deeper connection. Details remain scarce, but insiders reveal that Erin's condition deteriorated rapidly, prompting an urgent rush to the hospital late last night. Medical teams are said to be doing everything possible as fans worldwide unite in prayer for the actress who has become the heart and soul of When Calls the Heart. Ben Rosenbaum, visibly distraught, was reportedly seen arriving at the hospital shortly after Erin was admitted. He looked devastated, one source shared. He was pacing, making calls, holding his head in his hands. It was clear he's taking this very hard. The pair's on-screen bond as Elizabeth Thornton and Mike Hickam has blossomed into a genuine off-screen friendship, with Ben often praising Erin as the most genuine, caring person I've ever known. Fans have long admired their connection, but this tragedy has drawn them together under heartbreaking circumstances. Social media has since exploded with messages of love, support, and disbelief. Hashtags like Pray for Erin Krakow and Stay Strong Erin are trending as fans around the globe share emotional tributes, favorite scenes, and heartfelt prayers for the Hallmark sweetheart. Production insiders have reportedly placed all filming for When Calls the Heart on temporary hold as the cast and crew rally around their leading lady. No one can imagine the show without Erin. She is Hope Valley, the heart of it all. While no official update on Erin's condition has been released, the atmosphere among those close to her is tense, but hopeful. Ben Rosenbaum, friends say, hasn't left her side and remains committed to supporting her through every moment of recovery. For now, Hallmark fans are clinging to hope and prayer, waiting anxiously for good news from the woman whose kindness and grace have inspired millions. Erin Krakow's radiant spirit has carried When Calls the Heart through 12 beloved seasons, and now it's her fans who are carrying her, united in love, faith, and the hope for her healing.
In the ever-charming world of Hallmark romance, few names shine brighter than Erin Krakow, the beloved star of When Calls the Heart. Known for her warmth, grace, and captivating presence, Erin has been the emotional center of the long-running series since its debut. Her portrayal of Elizabeth Thornton has made her a household favorite, a figure of strength and sincerity in a world filled with fleeting television fame. But this time, it's not just Elizabeth's heartwarming love story that has captured attention. It's Erin's real-life celebration of her When Calls the Heart co-star and rumored boyfriend that has fans around the world absolutely enchanted. What began as on-screen chemistry has now evolved into something far more personal, and the internet can't seem to get enough of this romantic revelation. The whispers started small, as they always do in the world of celebrity romance. Fans noticed how Erin's social media posts were becoming increasingly affectionate toward her co-star, the ever-charming and talented Chris McNally. Known for his role as Lucas Burchard on When Calls the Heart, Chris has long been seen as the perfect match for Elizabeth in the fictional world of Hope Valley. But now, it seems that fantasy has merged with reality in a way that feels almost too perfect to be true. Erin's recent heartfelt celebration post, which appeared to confirm her affection for her co-star, sent her followers into a collective frenzy. It wasn't an explicit declaration, no bold captions or over-the-top proclamations, just a warm, genuine celebration of someone who clearly holds a special place in her life. And in true Erin Krakow fashion, it was done with grace, subtlety, and an undercurrent of deep emotion that spoke louder than any direct statement ever could. As the post made its rounds across fan pages, entertainment sites, and Hallmark-focused communities, the speculation grew into something bigger. The When Calls the Heart fandom has always been among the most dedicated, and every detail of Erin and Chris's on-screen partnership has been dissected, adored, and discussed endlessly. From the moment their characters' eyes first met in season 6, there was a spark, one that viewers could feel through the screen. Their chemistry wasn't just written into the script, it was alive, pulsing with authenticity, the kind of connection that couldn't be faked no matter how skilled the actors. And now, as Erin publicly celebrated her co-star and boyfriend, that long-suspected off-screen bond seemed finally illuminated in the most heartwarming way possible. The post itself was simple yet telling, a candid photo of Erin and Chris laughing together between takes, sunlight filtering through the trees of Hope Valley, their expressions filled with comfort and genuine joy. Erin's caption, though brief, was brimming with affection, acknowledging Chris's birthday and praising him for his talent, kindness, and the joy he brings to everyone around him. She wrote about how lucky she feels to work alongside such a talented partner and how much she values his humor and heart. To many, it read as a professional tribute, but fans who have followed them for years recognize the unmistakable undertone of love that lingered between the lines. Within hours, the post had accumulated thousands of likes and comments, with fans flooding the comment section with heart emojis, joyful wishes, and emotional declarations of support for the couple. One fan wrote, "I knew it! The way you two look at each other on screen could never be just acting." Another commented, "This is the love story we've all been waiting for. Elizabeth and Lucas, but in real life." The comments poured in from around the globe, uniting One Calls the Heart fans in a shared moment of celebration. After years of guessing, hoping, and analyzing every public appearance, it felt like Erin had given them a glimpse behind the curtain, even if she didn't spell it out. What makes Erin Krakow's celebration so captivating is how she balances her public and private lives. Despite being a public figure with millions of fans, she has always maintained an air of mystery about her personal relationships. She rarely shares glimpses of her private world, preferring to keep the focus on her work and her message of kindness and community. But this moment was different. It was personal, heartfelt, and undeniably special. It was as if she'd decided to let the world in, just a little, to share the joy of something beautiful blooming in her life. Behind the camera, Erin and Chris have often spoken about the deep respect and friendship they share. Their interviews over the years have painted a picture of two professionals who genuinely enjoy working together, whose rapport goes far beyond scripted lines. They share jokes, encourage each other on set, and often describe their scenes as effortless because of their natural connection. Erin has previously mentioned how much she appreciates Chris's calm energy and thoughtful approach to acting, while Chris has described Erin as one of the most generous and emotionally intuitive co-stars he's ever worked with. It's the kind of mutual admiration that inevitably deepens with time, and perhaps, in this case, evolved into something romantic. The show itself, When Calls the Heart, has always been rooted in themes of love, resilience, and hope. Erin's character, Elizabeth, has endured profound heartbreak, loss, and the challenges of rebuilding her life after tragedy. Her journey from widowhood to rediscovering love mirrored the emotional complexity that so many viewers relate to. And as Elizabeth found a new beginning with Lucas Bouchard, portrayed with warmth and sensitivity by Chris McNally, fans couldn't help but root for the romance both on and off screen. That's what made Erin's recent celebration so impactful. It felt like the lines between fiction and reality had beautifully blurred, allowing fans to experience a piece of the magic they've loved for years in real life. Erin's celebration also comes at a pivotal time for the When Calls the Heart universe. The show continues to evolve, introducing new storylines and emotional arcs while keeping its core message intact. The upcoming season promises even deeper explorations of love and purpose, and fans are eager to see how Elizabeth and Lucas's relationship continues to unfold. Knowing that the actors behind the beloved couple share a real connection only heightens the anticipation. For many viewers, it reaffirms why One Calls the Heart continues to hold such a special place in their hearts, because the love feels genuine, both on screen and off. The entertainment industry is no stranger to celebrity romances, but what makes this one so different is its purity and authenticity. Erin and Chris are not the type to court publicity or use the relationship for attention. They've built their careers on integrity, artistry, and respect for their fans. So when Erin chose to celebrate her co-star and boyfriend publicly, it wasn't for clout. It was a sincere gesture of admiration and affection. That's what resonates so deeply with her audience. It reminds people that even in Hollywood, where image often overshadows sincerity, real love can quietly flourish behind the scenes. Of course, with fame comes speculation, and the media has been abuzz since Erin's celebration went viral. Entertainment outlets have dissected every frame of the post, every word of her caption, and every public appearance the two have shared in recent months. Photos of Erin and Chris attending cast gatherings, charity events, and cozy dinners have resurfaced, adding fuel to the romantic narrative. Yet, despite the growing chatter, neither Erin nor Chris has officially confirmed the relationship in explicit terms, a choice that only adds to the allure. They seem content to let their connection speak for itself, letting fans draw their own conclusions from the quiet tenderness that radiates between them. As their love story continues to unfold, fans have been vocal in their support. Many have taken to social media to express how much joy Erin's happiness brings them, noting how she deserves the same kind of love she so beautifully portrays on screen. Others have shared how her story gives them hope that true love can exist not only in movies, but in real life too. One fan even wrote, "Erin's heart is as big as Hope Valley itself, and seeing her smile like that makes my heart melt." These kinds of responses reflect the emotional bond between Erin and her audience, a connection built not just through her acting, but through her authenticity as a person. It's easy to see why Erin Krakow's celebration struck such a chord. In a time when celebrity relationships often feel manufactured for publicity, this one feels refreshingly real. It's rooted in friendship, nurtured through shared experiences, and built on mutual respect. The fact that it blossomed in the setting of one of the most beloved Hallmark series only makes it more enchanting. It feels like life imitating art in the best way possible. Two people brought together by the very thing that has brought joy to millions of viewers around the world. As for what's next, neither Erin nor Chris has hinted at where their relationship is headed, but fans are already dreaming of an engagement or perhaps even a Hallmark wedding special inspired by their love story. For now, Erin seems content to continue celebrating her co-star in her own way, with subtle gestures, quiet affection, and a light that shines brighter every time she speaks of him. Her happiness is palpable, her smile more radiant than ever, and her fans can feel the shift. It's as though the woman who has spent years portraying love on screen has finally found her own leading man in real life. The beauty of Erin Krakow's story lies in its simplicity. There were no grand announcements or orchestrated photo shoots, but just a heartfelt celebration that spoke volumes. It was a reminder that sometimes the most powerful love stories aren't the ones shouted from rooftops, but the ones quietly lived, shared in glances, laughter, and small moments of joy. Erin's celebration was one such moment, a glimpse into a love story that feels as timeless and genuine as the one she brings to life every week in Hope Valley. In the end, Erin Krakow's celebration of her When Calls the Heart co-star and boyfriend is more than just celebrity news. It's a testament to the power of connection, kindness, and authenticity. It shows that real love, much like the stories Hallmark is known for, still exists in a world that often forgets what genuine affection looks like. Her fans will continue to watch, not just for the next episode of their favorite show, but for the unfolding of a real-life romance that reminds them of everything they love about When Calls the Heart itself. Love, faith, hope, and the courage to follow your heart wherever it leads. And if Erin Krakow's radiant joy is any indication, it seems her heart has found exactly where it belongs. In the heart of Hallmark's most cherished series, When Calls the Heart, where kindness, hope, and romance bloom like wildflowers across the fictional town of Hope Valley, Erin Krakow has always been the soul of the story. Her portrayal of Elizabeth Thornton, the school teacher who grows from a timid newcomer to a resilient woman who faces loss, love, and renewal, has made her a symbol of quiet strength and enduring grace. Yet, in recent weeks, Erin's own life seems to have mirrored the very warmth and emotion she brings to the screen, as her celebration of her co-star and rumored boyfriend, Chris McNally, has captivated fans in a way that feels almost cinematic. What began as a sweet, public acknowledgement has blossomed into a heartfelt chapter in her real-life story, one that fans and media outlets alike cannot stop discussing. Erin Krakow has always been known for her discretion. In an era where celebrity relationships are often plastered across social media and used as publicity tools, she has taken a very different path. Her Instagram feed is typically filled with behind-the-scenes glimpses of filming, pictures of her castmates, and posts celebrating the milestones of her beloved When Calls the Heart family. Rarely does she share anything overtly personal. But that's what made her recent celebration of Chris McNally stand out so profoundly. It wasn't promotional, it wasn't part of a campaign, it wasn't tied to a show premiere. It was simply a pure, genuine moment of affection from a woman who has spent years protecting her private life. The post that started it all appeared one quiet Sunday afternoon. It featured a candid image of Erin and Chris on set, standing close together and laughing at something unseen, their joy so effortless that fans immediately felt they were witnessing something special. Erin captioned it with a few heartfelt words. "Grateful for this guy. Couldn't imagine this journey without you." Simple, understated, but powerful enough to set social media ablaze. Within minutes, the comment section overflowed with heart emojis, congratulatory messages, and comments from fans who had long suspected there was more than just on-screen chemistry between the two stars. Quote, "We see the way you look at each other. This isn't acting, it's real," one fan wrote. Another commented, "You two are the Hallmark dream come true. From Hope Valley to real life, this is magic." End quote. For years, Erin and Chris's on-screen relationship has been a cornerstone of When Calls the Heart. When Lucas Bouchard first arrived in Hope Valley during season 6, bringing charm, sophistication, and a hint of mystery, viewers were unsure how he would fit into Elizabeth's world. But the slow-burn romance that developed between them soon became one of the most beloved storylines in the series. Fans watched as Elizabeth, still healing from the loss of her husband Jack, cautiously opened her heart again. It was a storyline filled with tenderness, longing, and emotional honesty, qualities that Erin and Chris brought to life with remarkable authenticity. Their chemistry was undeniable, their performances layered with quiet affection that seemed to transcend mere acting. Many fans began to wonder if the connection they saw on screen had a foundation in real life. Behind the camera, cast and crew members have often remarked on how natural Erin and Chris's rapport is. They are known to share a similar sense of humor and an easy camaraderie that makes filming emotional scenes feel effortless. One crew member once shared in an interview that when Erin and Chris filmed together, quote, "There's a calmness on set, a kind of trust, that makes every take feel genuine," end quote. That sense of connection has not only elevated their performances, but it has also fueled endless fan speculation about whether art had begun to imitate life. Adding to the intrigue are the numerous public appearances where Erin and Chris's closeness has been impossible to ignore. Whether attending Hallmark red carpet events, charity galas, or fan conventions, they've often been seen laughing together, whispering jokes, or exchanging subtle smiles that speak volumes. Though they've never officially confirmed their relationship, their body language tells a story all its own. one of mutual respect, affection, and deep emotional understanding. The timing of Erin's recent post also carries significance. It came at a moment when both stars have been reflecting on their long journey with the show. When Calls the Heart has been renewed for yet another season, cementing its status as one of Hallmark Channel's most successful and enduring dramas. For Erin, who has been with the series since the very beginning, this milestone represents over a decade of growth, both personal and professional. For Chris, who joined later but quickly became a fan favorite, it marks his evolution from newcomer to leading man. By publicly celebrating him, Erin seemed to be acknowledging not only their shared professional journey, but also something much more personal that has developed along the way. Those close to Erin say that she has always valued sincerity over spectacle. Her friends describe her as loyal, thoughtful, and deeply grounded, qualities that are increasingly rare in the entertainment industry. She prefers quiet dinners to Hollywood parties and heartfelt gestures to grand displays. So when she chose to post a photo celebrating Chris, those who know her best understood the significance. Quote, Erin doesn't do things for attention. If she's sharing something, it's because it truly means something to her. End quote. The show itself, When Calls the Heart, has always been rooted in themes of love, resilience, and hope. Erin's character, Elizabeth, has endured profound heartbreak, loss, and the challenges of rebuilding her life after tragedy. Her journey from widowhood to rediscovering love mirrored the emotional complexity that so many viewers relate to. And as Elizabeth found a new beginning with Lucas Bouchard, portrayed with warmth and sensitivity by Chris McNally, fans couldn't help but root for the romance both on and off screen. That's what made Erin's recent celebration so impactful. It felt like the lines between fiction and reality had beautifully blurred, allowing fans to experience a piece of the magic they've loved for years in real life. Erin's celebration also comes at a pivotal time for the When Calls the Heart universe. The show continues to evolve, introducing new storylines and emotional arcs while keeping its core message intact. The upcoming season promises even deeper explorations of love and purpose, and fans are eager to see how Elizabeth and Lucas's relationship continues to unfold. Knowing that the actors behind the beloved couple share a real connection only heightens the anticipation. For many viewers, it reaffirms why One Calls the Heart continues to hold such a special place in their hearts, because the love feels genuine, both on screen and off. The entertainment industry is no stranger to celebrity romances, but what makes this one so different is its purity and authenticity. Erin and Chris are not the type to court publicity or use the relationship for attention. They've built their careers on integrity, artistry, and respect for their fans. So when Erin chose to celebrate her co-star and boyfriend publicly, it wasn't for clout. It was a sincere gesture of admiration and affection. That's what resonates so deeply with her audience. It reminds people that even in Hollywood, where image often overshadows sincerity, real love can quietly flourish behind the scenes. The town of Hope Valley may be fictional, but the emotions running through the hearts of When Calls the Heart fans are as real as it gets. Erin Krakow, beloved for her portrayal of Elizabeth Thornton, has once again melted hearts with a deeply personal and heartfelt post about her co-star, Chris McNally, who plays the ever-charming Lucas Bouchard. What started as a simple message of appreciation has now turned into a full-blown emotional storm online, with fans swooning, speculating, and even hoping that the romance they see on screen has found a spark off-screen as well. When Erin Krakow took to social media this week to share her latest thoughts about her When Calls the Heart co-star Chris McNally, no one could have predicted the emotional tidal wave that would follow. In a heartfelt post filled with gratitude, warmth, and unmistakable affection, the actress spoke candidly about how much Chris has meant to her both on and off the screen. What she wrote wasn't just a casual nod to a colleague. It felt like a love letter, wrapped in nostalgia, sprinkled with admiration, and sealed with authenticity. Within hours, the post had become one of the most talked about moments in the When Calls the Heart fandom, proving once again how deeply the audience connects not only to the characters, but to the actors who bring them to life. The post itself came at a time when fans were already emotionally charged. Season after season, Erin and Chris have brought to life one of television's most beloved romances. As Elizabeth and Lucas, their slow-burning chemistry has captivated audiences around the world, from the earliest glances across the Hope Valley Cafe to their grand romantic gestures that made millions swoon. Yet, in this moment, Erin wasn't speaking as Elizabeth. She was speaking as herself, a woman who clearly holds a deep appreciation for the man who has walked beside her through so many seasons of storytelling. Fans could feel it, every word echoing with sincerity, every sentence laced with shared history. I feel so lucky to work alongside someone as talented, kind, and dedicated as Chris. It's rare to find someone who not only makes you better on screen, but inspires you off it. With those simple words, Erin set the fandom ablaze. It was as if she had cracked open the emotional heart of When Calls the Heart itself and invited fans to peek inside. Comments flooded in from across the globe, ranging from, "You two are meant to be," to, "This feels like Elizabeth and Lucas in real life." The response was instant, overwhelming, and full of the kind of passion that defines Hardys, the devoted fans who have kept this series alive for over a decade. In the hours following her post, hashtags like Erin and Chris and Hardys Forever began trending among fan circles. Clips, edits, and tributes flooded social media, with fans replaying some of the show's most romantic Elizabeth and Lucas moments. They analyzed her wording, her tone, even her choice of emojis, searching for hints of something deeper. Erin's words didn't confirm a romance, but they didn't deny one either. Instead, they opened the door to imagination, and Hardys, ever hopeful, walked right through. Beyond the romantic speculation, what truly stood out was the profound respect between two artists who have given their hearts to their craft. Erin has always been known for her professionalism and generosity, often praising her cast and crew for the collaborative magic that makes When Calls the Heart what it is. But this message about Chris McNally carried an extra layer of tenderness, suggesting a bond that transcends the usual co-star friendship. She spoke of shared laughs on set, mutual encouragement during tough filming days, and a creative partnership that feels like family. For a show built on themes of community, resilience, and love, her words resonated perfectly with its spirit. Chris McNally, true to his private nature, didn't respond publicly right away, but that didn't stop fans from imagining what he might say. Many pointed out that in previous interviews, Chris has always spoken with admiration about Erin, calling her a phenomenal scene partner and the heart of Hope Valley. Those comments now feel even more meaningful in the wake of her tribute. Together, they've crafted a love story on screen that rivals any in Hallmark history. And their real-life friendship only adds another layer of depth to the legacy they share. The emotional impact of Erin's post also reflects something larger about When Calls the Heart and why it continues to endure after so many seasons. In an era dominated by cynical storytelling, this series remains a safe haven of sincerity, hope, and human connection. Erin and Chris embody those values both as actors and as people, reminding audiences that genuine kindness and emotional authenticity still matter. Her post wasn't just about a friendship. It was a reflection of what When Calls the Heart represents, a world where compassion and love win, where people lift each other up rather than tear each other down. As fans scrolled through the heartfelt words, many found themselves reflecting on the journey of Elizabeth and Lucas, the heartbreaks, the healing, the courage to love again. Erin's tribute felt like an echo of those same themes. She described how Chris had supported her through long filming hours, through moments of doubt, and through creative challenges that pushed them both to new heights. Her tone was one of gratitude, but also of deep emotional awareness. It was as if she was thanking him not only for his talent, but for his presence, a steady, reassuring figure in a world that can often feel uncertain. Behind the scenes, insiders say that the bond between the cast has always been tight-knit, but there's a special kind of chemistry between Erin and Chris that goes beyond words. Directors often note how effortlessly they connect in scenes, how they read each other's emotions with ease. It's that connection that has made Elizabeth and Lucas one of Hallmark's most beloved couples, and it's exactly what Erin captured in her post. She didn't need to say, "I love you," or confirm any rumors. Her affection spoke louder than any confession could. As the story gained traction, entertainment outlets picked up on it, with some speculating whether Erin's emotional tone hinted at a new chapter for the pair off-screen. Others simply celebrated the friendship that has been the backbone of the show's success. Either way, it became clear that fans weren't just reacting to a social media post. They were responding to a genuine human moment, something increasingly rare in the curated world of celebrity. The outpouring of emotion also served as a reminder of Erin's enduring impact as one of Hallmark's leading ladies. Since the show's debut, she has been its beating heart, guiding fans through love stories, heartbreaks, and moments of redemption. Her ability to connect, whether through a performance or a simple message online, continues to define her as not just an actress, but a storyteller in the truest sense. As the days passed, Erin's posts continued to circulate, shared by fans, reposted by entertainment pages, and discussed in countless Hardy's forums. Many called it the most heartfelt thing Erin has ever written, while others said it reminded them why they fell in love with When Calls the Heart in the first place. Some fans even admitted to crying while reading her words, touched by the vulnerability and warmth that radiated from every sentence. By the end of the week, it wasn't just a social media moment. It had become a love letter to the spirit of Hope Valley itself. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, Erin's post reminded everyone that kindness, gratitude, and emotional honesty still hold power. It reignited the sense of community that has kept When Calls the Heart thriving for over 10 years. As for Erin and Chris, whether their connection remains platonic or blossoms into something more, one thing is certain. They've created something timeless together. Their partnership, both on and off screen, continues to inspire not only their fans, but their fellow actors as well. And in the quiet corners of the internet, Hardys continue to dream, discuss, and hope that maybe, just maybe, love really does find a way, both in Hope Valley and beyond. In the end, Erin Krakow's post wasn't about stirring rumors or fueling gossip. It was about celebrating connection, artistry, and gratitude. Yet the emotions it unleashed showed just how deeply her audience cares. Because when Erin speaks from the heart, the world listens. And when she writes about Chris McNally, the world swoons. The world of Hallmark has always been a place where stories of love, hope, and heartfelt emotions come alive. But every once in a while, the real world becomes just as moving as the movies themselves. And this week, that magic spilled off the screen when Calls the Heart star, Erin Krakow, shared an emotional message for her co-star and close friend, Chris McNally, that left fans across the internet in tears and wonder. It wasn't just another celebrity post or a simple gesture of friendship. What Erin wrote came from somewhere deeper, from a place of genuine gratitude, affection, and admiration that reminded everyone why these two have become such beloved figures in the world of wholesome television. The moment Erin's message hit social media, the internet went into a frenzy. Her words resonated with people, not only because of what she said, but because of how she said it. It felt raw, real, and beautifully human. Erin didn't just thank Chris for being a great co-star. She spoke from the heart about the journey they've shared since the early days of When Calls the Heart, when their on-screen chemistry began to spark whispers of something more between Elizabeth Thornton and Lucas Bouchard, and perhaps even between Erin and Chris themselves. Over time, fans have watched that chemistry deepen, both in front of and behind the camera, creating one of the most talked-about friendships in Hallmark history. Erin's message read like a love letter, not necessarily romantic, but one born out of mutual respect and deep emotional connection. She reflected on how Chris had been a steady source of support and kindness through long days of filming, challenging storylines, and even through personal ups and downs. She described him as a quiet strength who brings light to every room he walks into. Those words hit home for fans who've long admired Chris for his calm charisma and the effortless way he portrays Lucas, the charming saloon owner who captured Elizabeth's heart after years of heartbreak. It wasn't just fans of the show who reacted. The post spread far beyond the Hallmark community, drawing attention from entertainment outlets and celebrity watchers who marveled at the sincerity of Erin's tone and the vulnerability she showed in opening up publicly about someone she clearly holds dear. In an era when celebrity interactions often feel carefully managed and distant, Erin's openness was a refreshing reminder that authentic friendship and emotional honesty still have a place in Hollywood. For longtime viewers of One Calls the Heart, this emotional exchange brought back memories of the seasons that changed everything. When Chris McNally first joined the show in season 6, his character Lucas was initially met with mixed reactions. Many fans were still mourning the loss of Mountie Jack Thornton, played by Daniel Lissing, who was Elizabeth's first great love. Erin herself has often spoken about how difficult it was to navigate that emotional shift, both as an actress and as a storyteller. She had to guide Elizabeth through grief while helping fans believe that love could bloom again on the Canadian frontier. That journey wasn't just Elizabeth's, it was Erin's too. She carried the emotional weight of the show during one of its most fragile transitions. And then came Chris McNally. His presence brought something new to the set, a calm confidence and a quiet joy that seemed to balance Erin's deep emotional energy. Together, they built a relationship that gradually won over even the most skeptical viewers. Season by season, the tenderness between them grew, and fans began to see in Lucas a man who could honor Elizabeth's past while helping her embrace a new future. Behind the scenes, Erin and Chris developed a rhythm that reflected that same trust. They often praised each other in interviews, not in the rehearsed way actors sometimes do, but with genuine warmth. Erin would talk about how much fun Chris brought to the set, how he made everyone laugh, and how his creativity helped make scenes more authentic. Chris, in turn, often described Erin as a consummate professional whose heart matched her talent. So when Erin recently shared her heartfelt post, it felt like the culmination of years of quiet admiration finally finding words. In her message, she recalled a moment during filming when the two shared a conversation about the power of storytelling, about how lucky they felt to bring comfort and hope to people through their work. She said that conversation stayed with her, that it reminded her that their connection wasn't just about playing characters, but about bringing meaning to people's lives, especially those who turn to Hallmark shows for light during dark times. Erin's reflection was tender and profound, reminding everyone that behind every performance lies a human story of connection and care. Fans were quick to respond, flooding social media with thousands of comments. Many spoke about how Erin's words captured exactly what they had always felt about the pair. Others admitted that reading her message brought them to tears. They described it as a moment of truth and a love letter to friendship. Some even said they could feel the love and trust radiating between the lines. It became one of the most shared Hallmark-related posts of the year, trending under hashtags like When Calls the Heart, Erin Krakow, Chris McNally, and From Screen to Soul. As the reactions poured in, Erin's co-stars joined in showing their support. Pascal Hutton and Kevin McGarry both commented, expressing how touching the tribute was. Fans loved seeing that the camaraderie extended throughout the entire cast. It reminded everyone that the world of When Calls the Heart isn't just about the fictional town of Hope Valley, it's about the real sense of community built among those who bring it to life. Interestingly, Erin's post came just as speculation about the show's future and the fate of Lucas and Elizabeth's relationship was heating up. The last season left fans divided over the direction of their romance, but Erin's words seemed to transcend any storyline tension. Instead of focusing on the characters, she focused on the human connection between two actors who have shared a journey of growth and artistic partnership. It was as if she was saying that no matter what happens on screen, the bond they've built off screen will always matter more. The tenderness in her message also sparked new discussions about how the boundaries between performance and real life can sometimes blur, especially when two actors share such an emotionally rich story. Fans have long wondered if Erin and Chris's connection could ever move beyond friendship, but Erin's message, though deeply affectionate, seemed to rest comfortably in the realm of soulful friendship, a bond that doesn't need labels to be powerful. The Hallmark community is known for its warmth and positivity, and Erin's heartfelt words only deepened that reputation. Fans shared stories of how Erin and Chris had inspired them to believe in kindness, empathy, and emotional honesty. Many said that watching their scenes over the years had helped them through loneliness, grief, or difficult transitions in their own lives. When they saw Erin speak so openly from her heart, it felt like a personal gift, a reminder that even in a world often filled with noise, sincerity still shines brightest. But the emotional impact of Erin's post wasn't limited to fans alone. Entertainment writers quickly picked up on the story, noting how rare it is to see such unfiltered gratitude between two co-stars in Hollywood today. It wasn't part of a press campaign or a promotional gimmick. It was simply a human moment shared in public, and that's what made it so powerful. People everywhere related to it because it mirrored something universal: the beauty of telling someone how much they mean to you before life moves too fast. In interviews following the post, Erin elaborated on why she felt compelled to write it. She explained that working on One Calls the Heart for so many years had made the cast feel like a second family, and that Chris had become an especially grounding presence. She said he had an ability to make everyone around him feel seen and valued, and that those are qualities that deserve to be celebrated. Her honesty struck a chord with viewers who have always admired her grace and emotional depth. As fans scrolled through the heartfelt words, many found themselves reflecting on the journey of Elizabeth and Lucas, the heartbreaks, the healing, the courage to love again. Erin's tribute felt like an echo of those same themes. She described how Chris had supported her through long filming hours, through moments of doubt, and through creative challenges that pushed them both to new heights. Her tone was one of gratitude, but also of deep emotional awareness. It was as if she was thanking him not only for his talent, but for his presence, a steady, reassuring figure in a world that can often feel uncertain. Behind the scenes, insiders say that the bond between the cast has always been tight-knit, but there's a special kind of chemistry between Erin and Chris that goes beyond words. Directors often note how effortlessly they connect in scenes, how they read each other's emotions with ease. It's that connection that has made Elizabeth and Lucas one of Hallmark's most beloved couples, and it's exactly what Erin captured in her post. She didn't need to say, "I love you," or confirm any rumors. Her affection spoke louder than any confession could. As the story gained traction, entertainment outlets picked up on it, with some speculating whether Erin's emotional tone hinted at a new chapter for the pair off-screen. Others simply celebrated the friendship that has been the backbone of the show's success. Either way, it became clear that fans weren't just reacting to a social media post. They were responding to a genuine human moment, something increasingly rare in the curated world of celebrity. The outpouring of emotion also served as a reminder of Erin's enduring impact as one of Hallmark's leading ladies. Since the show's debut, she has been its beating heart, guiding fans through love stories, heartbreaks, and moments of redemption.